This video I've been meaning to make because this is like a funny ass story and it's True Story Tuesday. I don't know if it's True Story Thursday. Whatever, it's True Story Tuesday today. So I'm telling you guys a true story on a Tuesday. When I was in college, I used to live in this dorm that was like apartment style. So everybody had pretty much like their own like apartment. You had your own kitchen, your own bathroom, closet, everything. And it was like a studio apartment. And everybody had a roommate, but when I first moved in, my roommate wasn't there because when you're a freshman, at my school at least, they let the freshmen come about 2 weeks early. So for the first 2 weeks I didn't have a roommate. So I was just balling out of control. Like in my room, I was having a fucking blast. I decided I wanted to make some friends, and I decided to make a cake and leave my door open so people could come in, come through. And a lot of people came in and was like, bitch, you fucking cooking? I'm like, yes, girl. I made a bunch of friends. Just for making some fucking cake. So I was like, word. But then the next night I was like, well, let's do a potluck. I was like, if everybody brings a dish, we'll have a potluck in my apartment, because once again, I didn't have a roommate and everybody else did have a roommate. So, you know, in order to do something like that, you have to have your roommate's approval, and some people don't like people in their shit. And at this point, I didn't have a lot of stuff that I brought with me to college in the first place. So I figured, I have an empty ass room. I have a lot of room for people to come visit. So shit, let them come visit. Like at first it was like real like party style, like friendly. And then like as the night tore on, it became like a freaky ass orgy, sex, habichuela ass party. Like it went out of control. Like motherfuckers started putting on like some nasty ass music, some fucking Daddy Yankee. This should fucking tell you, they had some Daddy Yankee on. So this is a minute ago. And I'm just like, I'm getting tipsy. Like, I don't know who the fuck started bringing out the alcohol, but we was getting tipsy and having a good ass time. And I met this dude who kind of looked like Al from Roseanne, but he was cute though. Like, he was one of those, he was like a chubby white dude, but he was mad tall. So I was like, okay, like I could respect it. I love me a chubby tall man. Like, I can't get enough. Cause like they're tall, so they could like reach stuff, and they're big, and they're cuddly, and they have nice butts. Okay. Moving on, I was feeling this dude. I was like, yeah, and he had like a swag. So, and I don't give a fuck if you get mad about that word swag, whatever. He had some flavor to him, I'll say that. He had some sort of flavor, some sort of Latin in him. And I was like, you know what? I'm really feeling this. And I'm not going to say his name because I don't fucking know. Some people be so pressed to be watching my videos and like, they ain't been in my life for a minute. So I don't want to give nobody no shine. But anyways, because I'm about to clown his ass. So let me not be talking too much about him. So me and my boo thing, we were just like, I can't even imagine, because like looking back, I'm just like, how corny. Like we started slow dancing together in my room. It was mad lame. Like there was probably like 15 people in the room, and it was me and him slow dancing, just, you know, just feeling the vibe. And he's whispering in my ear and stuff, and he's like whispering Spanish shit in my ear. Now keep in mind, this is a white dude that looks like Al from Roseanne. Whispering, like I don't know any Spanish, so I can't even pretend. But he was like, adobo sazon, riquito, sofrito. Like I was just like, oh, I was feeling it. I was like, damn, like this nigga know all the spices. Like I was getting it. So anyways, so he started telling me like all about his life and stuff, like as it winded down, like people was bouncing out. So me and him was just sitting on my bed, and he was telling me how he comes from like a real rough neighborhood and how he spends a lot of his time with Spanish people. He loves Spanish people, and when he grows up, he wants to marry a Spanish girl and take her last name. And I was just like, wow, like you're really into the fucking Spanish culture, girl, because you trying to fucking turn yourself from a Smith to a fucking Perez. Sham fucking wow. I didn't even understand. I'm on the fence about taking somebody's name point blank. I would never think to take somebody's name because it sounded like it had some flavor on it, and that's the fuck I wanted to add to my life. Anyways, he continued to keep talking to me about Spanish stuff, and then I started thinking to myself, this nigga thinks I'm Spanish. And then I got real fucking scared, because I was just like, I really like him, like he's real cute, but he's gonna be mad because I'm not Spanish. So he's like, what is your heritage? Because I could tell that you're mixed, but I don't know what you're mixed with. And I was just like, oh, okay. So I told him, I was like, well, my mother is Russian, Dutch, Irish, Native American, West Indian, and my father's Jamaican. Like, he was just like, oh, so you're not Spanish? I was like, no. And he was just like, oh, okay. And this nigga never talked to me again, like dead ass. We ended up the night with him getting his little bowl of rice that he brought. I didn't say that. This nigga brought some fucking rice and gandulas, and I didn't even know who the fuck brought that shit. Like, I was looking around at the food and shit. I was just like, who the fuck brought some rice and gandulas? Like, Come on now, like I love some rice and gandulas, but but everybody at the party was white, so I was just like, I don't really trust that shit. And there's no shade. I'm sure there's white people that could throw down on some fucking rice and gandulas, but I was just looking at it like that shit. The color was off, girl. It's supposed to be fucking yellow rice. The rice supposed to be kind of yellow. Shit wasn't yellow at all. So I wasn't really trusting it. And then on top of it, like his like he had flavor, but he wasn't dressing like he had some fucking flavor. Like I was just like, where's this coming from? Like, where did you get your bacalao from, girl?